My child, hear me. For I'm not calling you by accident or coincidence, but by divine appointment, and I'm calling you by name because I formed you, I chose you, and I placed a promise inside of you before the world ever knew your name. And now, I am calling that promise forward. Not tomorrow, not someday, but now. For the time of delay is over, and your inheritance is no longer postponed, but ready for release. And I need you to listen closely, not with fear, but with faith, not with hesitation, but with bold expectation, because the enemy worked overtime to convince you that I had forgotten you, that I had skipped over you. But I am the God who never forgets what I placed in your hands, and the same voice that called Lazarus out of the tomb is calling your name today. And I am calling you out of dry seasons, out of delay, out of confusion, and into divine fulfillment. And you must believe me when I say this inheritance is more than material. It is spiritual, emotional, financial, relational, and generational, and it will touch every part of your life, for I do not bless halfway. I bless completely, and I will not just restore what was lost, I will multiply it in ways you never imagined. Because I am not a man who lies, and I do not tease my children with empty promises. And I want you to remember what is written in Isaiah 49:16. For I have engraved you on the palms of my hands, and your walls are always before me. And I speak that verse over you now, because you need to know how closely I have kept you, how fully I have seen every step you've taken, even the ones where you felt alone, unseen, and unheard. But I saw every tear, and every tear was a seed, and I am watering it now with a rain of supernatural increase. And I say to you, your inheritance includes financial freedom, passive income ideas birthed from heaven, divine provision from places you didn't expect, and resources that are already being directed into your life because I am aligning people and places that you never had access to before. But I am giving you access now because your heart has stayed open, your worship stayed pure, and your faith, even if small, never died. And now I am breathing fresh fire into your faith. And this moment is your sign that the waiting season is turned, and the glory season is here. And I want you to prepare your hands to receive what you once thought was out of reach. For I am not only calling you, I am equipping you, empowering you, and funding your next assignment with supernatural supply. And I say again, your inheritance is not something you earn. It is something I prepared for you before you ever asked, because you are a co-heir with me. And what belongs to me, I share with you. And the inheritance that is coming includes peace in your mind, wealth in your spirit, resources in your hands, clarity in your decisions, and joy in your soul. And I am now sending divine ideas, kingdom relationships, and open doors that will bring passive income in ways that don't exhaust you but lift you. Because I never meant for you to survive. I created you to thrive. And I am releasing streams that carry not just money but meaning. And what's being poured into your life is attached to purpose, not pressure. And I want you to stop asking when and start saying now. For I am the God of now, and I do a new thing not later but suddenly. And what has taken others years will take you moments because you walk in my name, and my favor outruns time, and I remind you of Psalm 84:11. For no good thing will I withhold from those who walk uprightly. And you, my beloved, have walked when it was hard, and you've sown when it felt dry. And now I say, it is harvest time. And I want you to prepare, not in fear but in joy, because I am about to do the thing you've been silently believing for, and even the things you didn't have the words to ask. I have already written into your inheritance scroll, and no man, no demon, no delay can remove your name from what I have prepared. And if you receive this, then declare it over yourself. My inheritance is ready, and I receive it boldly. For your boldness activates the blessing, and your expectation pulls heaven into motion. And I want you to understand that this next move is not about hustle. It's about alignment. It's about standing in position and letting the blessing come to you. And yes, I am sending supernatural increase into your finances, into your family, into your creativity, and I will fund the vision I gave you. I will back what I birthed in you, and I am doing it in such a way that it will not only sustain you but overflow. And this overflow is not just for you, it is to bless others, to restore generations, and to establish my name in places where your feet will now go. And if you're wondering if this is for you, I say yes. This is for the one who has been tired but kept trusting. This is for the one who showed up broken but still praised. This is for the one who gave even when they lacked. And now I am about to repay. And my repayment is not minimum wage. It is kingdom wage. And my reward is pressed down, shaken together, and running over. And the delay has ended because I have spoken it. And when I speak, all of heaven moves to make it happen. So I say to you now, receive your inheritance, claim your portion, walk in your calling, and prepare to testify of what I have done, because I will do it in a way that even your enemies will have to acknowledge. And if your spirit is stirring right now, do not ignore it. This is confirmation that the word is alive for you, and if you feel led, honor this moment with a good super chat as a sign of faith, not as payment, but as a declaration that you believe what I have spoken. For I always respond to faith. And this is not the end of what I have to say, this is only the beginning, and I want you to stay with me for part 2, because I am not finished revealing what I have stored up with your name on it. And now, my child, as I continue to pour this word into your spirit, I want you to be still and feel the confirmation settle deep within you, because I am not just calling you out, I am calling you into a new season, into fresh provision, into wholeness and wonder. And I have spoken your name in places you have not yet entered, and I have whispered your promise into the atmosphere, and it is beginning to form. And I want you to take your faith seriously in this moment, because what I'm doing in your life is not small, not random, and not delayed. It is intentional, accelerated, and unstoppable. And I am bringing a divine alignment into your life that will not only secure your present, but fund your future. And this inheritance includes opportunities that create financial freedom without compromising peace. It includes passive income streams that flow out of divine wisdom, not human stress. And I will place the right people at the right time who will sow into your ideas, open doors you thought were closed, and position you where I already placed favor. And yes, I am multiplying what felt too small to matter, because nothing placed in my hands ever stays small. And I am the God who turned 5 loaves and 2 fish into overflow. And I will do the same with your obedience. And you will see how I take your seed and make it a stream, how I take your pain and make it a platform, and how I take your history and use it to write a new legacy. Because you were not made to be overlooked. You were made to be an overcomer. And the financial increase that is being sent your way is not just about income. It's about influence, impact, and inheritance. And I need you to believe me when I say this is the season of supernatural acceleration, for what used to take years will now take weeks. What once felt locked is now being unlocked. And I am releasing such a swift wind of favor that it will look like things happened overnight. But you will know it was built on years of faithfulness. And I want you to lean into my word, because I have not changed. I am still the God who provides manna. I am still the God who supplies all your needs according to my riches and glory. And I am still the God who turns water into wine, delay into destiny, and brokenness into beauty. And I say again to you now, the inheritance is ready, and the delay is over. And if you've been walking through a season of pruning, of silence, of isolation, it was not punishment, it was preparation. Because what I am placing in your life now requires maturity to hold. It requires wisdom to steward, and it requires courage to step into fully. And so I am giving you new strength, renewed focus, and fresh oil to walk in it. And I remind you of Romans 8:17, which says that you are an heir of God and a joint heir with Christ. And I want that truth to settle into your heart like never before, because what I have, I share, and what I speak, I fulfill. And your inheritance has always been waiting for the right moment. And this is that moment. And yes, there will be evidence. Yes, there will be fruit. And yes, there will be glory. Because I do nothing halfway. And I am surrounding you with divine appointments, divine mentors, divine provision, and divine protection. And where others tried to curse you, I am blessing you. And where others left you, I am covering you. And where others doubted you, I am promoting you. Because this release is not dependent on approval from people. It is rooted in my covenant with you. And I never break covenant. And now I am opening up the storehouses of heaven, releasing financial provision, passive income streams, real estate favor, debt cancellation, wealth strategies, and kingdom investors who will bless you not for what you've done, but because of who I say you are. And you are chosen, called, equipped, and covered. And I want you to start living like the delay is over. I want you to speak as if the breakthrough already happened. I want you to pray with the boldness of someone who knows their name is written in the Lamb's Book of Life and in the heavenly registry of divine inheritance. And I will provide clarity for your next steps, insight for your assignments, and peace for your process. Because I know it has been long, I know it has been heavy, but I have not been idle. I have been preparing the promise, protecting the pathway, and pruning you for purpose. And now I say to you, lift your eyes and look again, because where you once saw nothing, you will now see more than enough. And your testimony will not just be about surviving, it will be about stepping into a land flowing with more than you asked for. And I will walk with you every step. I will speak when you need direction, and I will provide before you even know what to ask. Because you are mine. And if you know this word is for you, I ask that you speak it aloud. Declare that the delay is over and your inheritance is ready. Because heaven responds to bold declarations of faith, and I will not let you speak life and not see life. And now is your time to act, to align, and to step forward. And if you have received this word, then share it with someone else who needs to hear my voice today, because you are not the only one I'm calling by name, and I want my words to reach as many of my children as possible. So like this video, subscribe to the Sacred Voice for more of my messages, and let's spread this love to the world, because I am not done revealing my plans for you. I am just getting started. And if you want to walk more closely with this ministry, then I invite you now to join the God's Messengers membership from the pinned comment, to be part of this sacred journey that helps my voice reach the ends of the earth. For this is the hour, and this is your confirmation. Your name is being called, your inheritance is ready, and the delay is ended. Now receive it boldly and walk in everything I've already prepared for you.